From the family home at 1023 North Main in Mitchell, South Dakota, Harry and Cora Shafer started their memorial business in 1919. 93 years later, the family business continues to operate from this location. Harry and Cora's son, Clyde Leroy, worked with his parents in the monument business. He was killed in a tragic accident while working at the Delmont Cemetery at the age of 26. Harry died a few years later, leaving Cora to run the business on her own. With the help of a wonderful hired man, Cora was able to continue the business. Quite a feat in those days. Cora's grandson, Clyde Nichols, returned in 1945 from serving in the Navy and began running the business with Cora. When Clyde Nichols returned to run the business, his bride Norma was at his side, and the third generation of Shafer Memorials went to work. They changed the name from Shafer Monument Works to C.N. Shafer Memorials. They ran the business together until 1969 when Clyde died of a heart condition while in the Black Hills hunting with his two sons. Norma continued with the business and invited her oldest son, Gary, and his wife, Kay, to purchase and run the business. Gary wasn't fully involved in the business previously and didn't know much about running the shop process of sandblasting. He wanted to learn the shape carved florals, so he learned some of the techniques for shape carving at the quarry in St. Cloud, Minnesota. In earlier years, a floral design was quite simple and oftentimes a pair of flowers in each corner of the monument and the family name in the center. Then the monument world changed in the artwork area, and we went from engraving a tractor or a single farm item to designing an entire farm scene across the monument. Gary and Kay ran the business from 1971 until the fall of 2011 when they retired. They changed the name from C.N. Shafer Memorials to the current name, Shafer Memorials. Gary and Kay did two different office additions during their 41 years running the business, the largest being the 1998 edition of the office, indoor display, design area, and larger outdoor display. They were blessed with 4 daughters and thought maybe this would be the end of the family business, what with no sons. I remember as a child, my sisters and I asking our father if we could help him in the shop. I have fond memories of sweeping up the sand and helping to pull letters out of the stencil. As a teenager, I remember having the thought, why can't a daughter take over the business as well as a son? And the seed was planted to eventually move back with my husband and learn the family business.
The most notable change over the generations, the first generation used various chisel size and shapes with a mallet to work away at the granite in the desired shape and depth. The third generation used metal letters copied onto a rubber stencil. After the letter shape was copied, Clyde would cut all the lines by hand. This was tedious work and required a very steady hand. Gary started out with the same metal letters and hand cutting, but was later able to purchase a pneumatic press which uses plastic letters and numbers, greatly simplifying the stressful work of the previous generations. He built a new shop in the 1970s to accommodate a second person to assist with the engravings. The tools of the trade have definitely changed with the 5th and 6th generation. In 2001, we decided to take the leap and purchase a computer CAD design system, which is still in use today. The use of computers and technology has continued to change the way in which engraving is done. The computerized systems took the cutting of the letters in the stencil to another new level. Once the client approves their personal design, we transfer it to the computer in the shop across the alley where we do the engraving. The computer sends the design and lettering to the plotter, and it commences to cut out all the artwork, letters, and numbers, just as the client viewed on the paper layout, except now it is cut true to size. We are now ready to pull the letters and artwork to run the unit through its multiple steps of sandblasting to get our final product.
Hi, I'm Jeremy. I'm the 6th generation to join the family business. I joined to work with my grandpa Gary, where he taught me his technique for engraving and how we hand carve the curves and depth into a leaf or flower to give it shadow and shape. My older brother Josh helps us with business and marketing strategies, and my younger brother helps us with database entries and mailings.
Our vision for the future is to build our business by holding steadfast to the work ethic and hand artistry learned from previous generations.
We look forward to the growth in our industry in the art and granite technologies as they change, keeping in mind that any decisions we make, we need to think of the future generations.